Yes, now we're on. So I don't know. I just went live a few seconds ago, but I don't know if it worked or not. So I just started again. So welcome. It's our last Friday together. However, these replays will be here on YouTube. So just you can always go and watch them. And if you're new to this, if you haven't watched these lives before, I recommend that you start all the way from part 1. I have had a long journey with my book, Open Your Fucking Heart. This book is a spiritual guide to step into your purpose and your power. I'm a little bit sitting funny here. So it has been a long ride. Oh my gosh, 17 weeks of journeying with this book. I was just checking, there is no one live right now, but I would so like to hear. You can also always comment later on in the comment section, even if it's replay. I would like to hear about your journey, about this whole 17 weeks. Like, what were your biggest takeaways and maybe aha moments, or just whatever about your mantra practice. Did you do actually some of those action steps? You maybe bought the book, what you thought about the book, whatever just comes up, any questions, anything you want to share. So I would be happy to hear from you. So it feels a little bit weird to stop right now, but I promise I will go live on my IG channel and in here as well, but it will just not be with this book anymore, or never say never. However, so the last chapter is here. It's about falling in love with yourself, and that's the key. Okay, there has been many keys in the book, but really accepting yourself the way you are, just really loving yourself the way you are. That's the key, both to your purpose and to your power, to everything in your life. And if you're not happy with who you are right now, know that you can always change yourself. You can always make new actions. You can always choose new things, how you want to be, like who you want to be. So it's like the game is not over. If you're not happy with something, whether it's in your physical body or other way you behave or act, so never too late to change. But then again, yeah, I'm just gonna read here because it's just so good. It's called A Love Letter. So because it's really, I just read it by myself. This love letter just really, I think it so nicely, beautifully wraps up everything what we have been talking about these past weeks. Because I actually we did it a few weeks ago when I read you out loud from my book, and I just felt like, oh my God, I really want to read this love letter to you. And I remember when I channeled this, it was like the book was ready, and I felt like, okay, the book is ready. There is nothing more that wants to come through. And then I just felt, well, I want to channel a final piece. And then I just went there and, okay, angels, ascended masters, I welcomed all my guides and everyone there. And then I just started to. So these are not my words. Yeah, my words they came through me. But anyway, these are the words of my guides, light beings. So here it goes. My darling, remember that you were born here into this very planet Earth with a specific purpose and divine soul purpose. You are so needed, and humanity really is waiting for you to take that soul-led action. The light beings love you, but cannot help you unless you ask for help. You need to take the first step. You need to have the courage to step forward, and they promise they are here. They are right here waiting for you. Light beings will show you the next steps. All you need is to have faith and trust. Everything happens in divine timing, beautifully orchestrated. Never give up. even if the situation seems to be hopeless. Remember that light beings are there for you, always, and they will never leave you. You are so loved and supported at all times. Life is always happening for you. If you feel overwhelmed and don't know how to proceed, concentrate on what makes you feel good and do that. Joy is always the direction they are guiding you towards. And lastly, remember that one step is enough. You don't have to run a marathon here. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's also a note to myself. Take it easy and trust when you take the first step. The following steps will appear. Cut the hurry and give yourself permission to just be. Because the most beautiful creations are born from nothing, from silence. Get familiar with the sound of silence. I love you. P.S. Angels, Ascended Masters, and your own personal guides love you too. They are asking you to trust in them. They are asking you to call upon them in your life. That was the love letter. What are your thoughts about the fact, I believe it's a fact, to know that all of these beautiful beings, like there can be really many even. Some people may feel that they have one or two guides here, but there's actually many. Usually people have many light beings around them. So how does it feel to know that you have the support all the time, and all you need to do is to ask help? Then the mantra practice. What did we have here? Yeah, we spoke about before about loving yourself and how important that is when searching, or I don't like the word search, but like when igniting your soul purpose, because your soul purpose, your divine soul purpose is actually, it's connected to your being, who you are. Not so much what you do. Of course, taking action and doing is an important part of it all. But at least I can recognize that in my own life, that I have so many years just like search and tried to look outside there somewhere, my purpose, and what is it, what am I here to do? And that's totally fine, of course, but if someone would have tell me those years ago that, you know what, your purpose here is to just be you and be real, my slogan. Be unapologetically you. Love yourself the way you are. Your divine soul purpose is that you show your true self to the world. Speak your truth. And like in this love letter, it said, just you don't need to know the whole way. You only need to know the first step. And if you don't even know the first step, ask help. Ask help. And you don't even know from whom to ask help if you don't see or hear, or I don't see definitely anyone. I would love to see my guides and angels and everyone, but I don't see. But it's enough that you just ask, show me my first step, and then follow the signs. I think we have been talking about the signs before. Yeah. Here is a journaling task for you. You take the question number 1. Write 10 things why you love yourself. 10 things. You can start with, I love myself because, and do that 10 times. And this action, I love this, and I actually haven't been able to do this by myself for a really, really long time. And I can say I just miss to go out for a date with all by myself. So plan a date for yourself. So first step, plan a date for yourself. Where would you like to go? What would you like to do with yourself that presents your authentic self that you really love to do in life, whatever it is, having champagne or go to eat some vegan dinner or whatever it is, go to a movie alone. But like plan a date that even like when you're planning it, even when you're writing it down, you feel like so excited, like, oh, it's going to be so freaking fun to do this. And then you actually go and do it. You actually take the action step and go on a date with yourself. It's really important when we are on the path of learning to love ourselves, of learning to love our true self, when we are on the path of revealing who we truly are and remembering who we truly are and remembering our true purpose. So it's really important that you get comfortable of being alone, of being with yourself. So this kind of like when you go out and have a date, and okay, if you're in that kind of moment in your life that you are not able to do that kind of date for yourself, so you just go and have a coffee, just go and spend maybe half an hour, 1 hour with you somewhere, but really get comfortable with the idea that you love spending time alone with yourself, because falling in love with yourself is the key, like I already said, in everything in our life. Because if you are not feeling comfortable in your own skin, how can you think that some other people are feeling comfortable when you are your thing, or you are uh, planning your businesses or whatever you are doing? You need to be comfortable with yourself. You need to love yourself the way you are. Stop the blame, stop the shame, whatever. Yes, that was it pretty much. Actually, I just noticed here is also one chapter about the heart warrior way. About, here is 8, here is 8, this kind of heart warrior keys that I wanted to have here. I wanted to include into the end of the book. These keys are these kind of simple things in your everyday life, remindings, what helps you to remember that power in you, helps you to empower, step into that, your power, to be the unapologetically you. But I was thinking if I go through them, that there are so many, it's 8 of them, and when I read it, I would have so much to say about each and every one of them. So I will not gonna go into them right now. Who knows, maybe later, but you can always go and buy the book, so then you can read those Heart Warrior keys by yourself. And it's really funny, the whole word Heart Warrior, that it has been following me now. I guess it's almost 1.5 years ago now, at least over a year ago when I wrote the book. And that word Heart Warrior came to my mind, and Heart Warrior way. Since now in January, I have not been exploding this to so many. I've done maybe one post about it or so. So I am launching a Heart Warrior Academy for rebel souls. And Heart Warrior Academy is all about igniting your true sacred purpose, igniting your gifts, empowering you. It's a school for rebels, and a kind of like whole new kind of academy. But yeah, I will not share so much about that yet. I will gonna save that for another time. Yeah. What about, shall we just pick one card? I did not have time to do it before, but we can do it now together. Let's take dragons. Let's see what dragons have to say. And do this our final live together, or replay if you're watching. So I'm just gonna bless these cards, tune into the energy of all the listeners, including you. Place these cards. What is the message for you today? This one it is. Oh, pink color. Kuan Yin's pink dragon. Oh, we have been picking cards from Kuan Yin's deck as well. This one. Of course, it's about love. So Kuan Yin is an ascended master. Kuan Yin's pink dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Pink. Yeah, it was actually quite fun. I'm wearing pink by myself. I'm also wearing my beautiful mala with rose quartz. So pink is really a good color for you to get in contact with your heart chakra, to your soul, to the unconditional love that you need in your life, both for you and of course to spread it forward. I really don't know how to end this now. I think it's so weird that we are actually now done with this whole journey. But I'm just going to end it with buy the book. It's really good. And even if there has been really many good teachings in these lives, there is a bunch more journaling questions. And yeah, just really much stuff that we actually didn't go through. So if you have been enjoying to watch these, so you will get my book on Amazon. Just pick the nearest Amazon where you live. So, okay, we're going to stop now. That was also funny. This was the part 17, and now it's 17 minutes right now. So it's perfect to stop. 17 is kind of my number, or 7s, 777s. Okay, I'm going to stop now. Ciao.